Hi, I'm Steve Purcell, this is M60 Media, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to create a banging YouTube intro just like this one. So if you would like to create a YouTube intro similar to that, a little disclaimer before we start, you're going to have to spend a small amount of money, nothing too serious, around £15 to £25, that's about $20 to $30, and in the long run it's well worth it because you can use this template over and over again to create other intros or outros to your videos. You're also going to need Adobe After Effects, and don't worry if you've not got that. I'll leave a link in the description below where you can download a free 30-day trial just so you can complete this project. With that being said, let's get on with the tutorial. So the first thing we need to do, and this is where it's going to cost us the small amount of money, is to download a template. And I find the best place to go is videohive.net. Full disclosure, I'm not being paid, I'm not affiliated or anything to any of these sites I'm showing you. Everything I've bought, I've paid for out of my own money with this. So once we get to the website, we're going to click on the After Effects tab and then scroll down to Openers. Click on the Openers, and here we get the options of various templates, and we're going to use one of these. So you can scroll through them all, see if anything catches your eye. If you hover over, it gives you the details. So that's one I'm clicked over there is going to cost $22. There's a variety, they range from about $18 up to $30, maybe a little bit more. So we'll search through and we'll find one which we want to use. And if we click on it, we can see a preview. So once we've looked through a few and found one we like, it's basically add to cart and then proceed with your purchase. So once we've made the purchase and downloaded the file to our computer, we'll have a folder like this. And it'll contain a couple of things, possibly a PDF or a video, which is basically a tutorial on how to use the template. A folder that says footage, don't worry about that, that just contains the assets for the template. And the AEP file, which is the template itself. So we'll click on that and open it up. Take a little while to load, and you may get this warning, and basically it's just asking you if you want to convert. It's probably because you've got a newer version or a different operating system for After Effects. So we'll click on that and open it. You may get a couple of other warnings. I don't have the font that this is going to use, and I don't really want to download it, so I'm going to click OK with that. Over on the left hand side we've got the project file, and you'll see a number of things in there, and we're going to right click and import, and we're going to import the footage that we want to use. So I'm going to click multiple files, scroll to where I've kept the footage which I'm going to use in this project, and import those. So I've opened the folder, just click and drag around everything and click open. So once we've imported the footage, we're going to go to the My Materials folder, click on that to open it up, and you'll see two options, audio and then image and video. We're going to drag this footage into the image and video folder just to keep everything nice and tidy. Once we've tidied the footage up into the nice little folder, we're going to go up to the placeholder folder, open that, and again there's a couple of options. We're interested at the moment in image and video. And once you open that, you'll notice these placeholders, and this is where we're going to put the footage we've imported. So if we double click the first placeholder, which is 000, this workspace opens up with the black square. I'm going to scroll down to the footage we've imported, choose which piece of footage we want to use, and just drag it over to the black square. Now you may need to resize the footage to suit, but that's at your discretion. However you want it to look is how you'll set it up. I'm just going to expand this out slightly just to fill the frame more, and then just slightly reposition as well. And that's your first placeholder piece of footage in place. And now we're going to add some text to that piece of footage. So if we scroll to the text folder and open that up, usually the footage and text numbers will correspond with each other, but I always like to make sure. So what I do is I play the render, which is, as you see at the top there, the final render, just to go through the footage and see what the first text is that comes up. And as you can see, this one says cinematic. So I'll scroll back to my text folder in the project and just make sure that the first text says cinematic, and then I'm going to edit that to say what I want it to say. So as you can see in the bottom left hand corner, there's quite a bit of information here, but we're interested in the text, and that stands out because it's got a T for text and then it says what the text is. So there's cinematic. So if we click on that, it highlights the cinematic wording, and we're just going to edit that to say whatever we want it to say. I'm going to use my name in this instance. Oops, it's V, not B. Just type in my name, and then I'm going to resize that because the lines on that you can see around the black box, that's your safe zone. So I want the text to be within those safe zones. So I'll just click on my arrow tool and then resize that text to fit in those safe zones. I'm now also going to change this boring plain text to something that's more suitable. And I'm a big fan at the moment of the Sam Calder surfing capital text, so I'm going to use that for my name. And as you can see, that's now changed to that font. And next we're going to change where it says glitch intro. And I'm just going to put something simple like photography. So I'll highlight that text and then just type over it with the word photography. Again, I'm going to resize it to just fit in slightly better. And once again, we'll change the font. This time I'm going to try a different font, Gloss and Bloom. No, I'm not too keen on that. I think I'll stick with the surfing capital. So I'll change my text font to surfing capital on this one as well. And now I'm just going to preview by again clicking on the final render at the top and just running it through. And as you can see, the text has now changed to say my name and photography. It's that simple. Okay, so for our next placeholder clip, I'm going to use video this time. And it's slightly different with video because the video is a few minutes long. I need to trim it down to fit in a shorter space. So I've opened up the video clip of this drone, and you see the playhead there, which I can scrub along. I'm going to go to a section where I want to use the bit of footage. So I'll find the piece, there's nice, and I'll click the bracket, and that's the start of my clip. I'll scroll through a little bit more, and then when I'm happy with where the footage finishes, it's the closed brackets, and that's now my video clip for the placeholder. So I'll open up placeholder number 2. Again, I get a blank space, and I'll just drag that video clip onto the space and just reposition, resize if needed to fit the clip into the space. And that's that piece done. Very simple. Again, you can change the text to suit however you want to do that. But I'm going to carry on through and just put all my pieces of footage in place, and I'll skip through quite quickly on this. So that's all the photographs in place in the placeholders, and I'm going to finish the sequence with another video clip. So as we did earlier with the drone shot, I want to finish with like a headshot of myself. So I'm using the video clip, again, scrub through the timeline, use the brackets to get the starting point, and then use the brackets again to get the ending point. And that's your clip sorted, ready to go into the position. Drag it over again, resize and rescale everything so till you're happy. And that's us finished with the footage. I'm now going to edit the text, and I'm not going to use all the text placeholders. So I want to finish with my name. So I'm going to go to the end clip and see what the text should say there, just to give me an idea of which piece of text I'm going to use. So I'm just scrubbing through my footage, and no plugin required is kind of where it's going to end. So I need to find that within the text files. So I'll click on the text folder, and I imagine it's going to be around number 8 or number 9, maybe number 10. There we go, it's there. So I'm going to edit that to change the word no plugin to my name. Again, just type that in. rescale it by clicking my arrow, getting onto the red corners of the text and just dragging in so it's within the safe zones and looking quite nice until I'm happy with the size of it. I'm also going to edit the text that says required and change that to photography once more, just so it matches the start of the intro. Just click the text in the left-hand corner to highlight everything, and then just type over. And obviously I'm going to need to reposition these elements just to make it look a little bit better. So I can click and drag the text along to centralise that. And obviously it's hidden behind my name, so I can move my name around and move the elements around just to make it look nicer on the screen. And there's a few elements I'm going to delete, so I just click on those and click delete and they'll disappear. You can also go to the effects panel in the bottom left hand side, and the little eye, if you click on that, it'll just turn those sections off. That's another easier way to do this. Again, change my font to Surfing Capital. Quite a big fan of this Surfing Capital at the moment, it's quite trendy. And also the photography, change that to the same font so everything looks really nice. Now I'm not going to use all the text elements, so I'm going to flick through. I'm going to edit some to say things that I want, but I don't want every image within the sequence to have wording on it. So I'm going to delete a few and just edit a few to suit the sort of style I'm going for. And again, those elements which I don't want to show up, it's just a case of me going into the bottom left-hand corner and turning off the eye icon. This other random text, I think it looks quite good. I don't even know what it says, but I'm going to expand some of it to make it show in the background and just move a few things around. Just to do how the taste you like. There's no fast and hard rules with this. At the end of the day, it's the way you want it to look. So you just move things around, change a few things, delete or add. It's really, really simple. Again, just change a few text elements where I randomly want them to be put in. So I'm quite happy with that, I think. I'm just going to have a look through to see how long it lasts for. And I'm looking for around somewhere between 20 and 30 seconds for the intro. You don't really want it any longer than that. And this is probably around the 30-second mark. So I want it to end somewhere just as my name sort of shoots through the screen, which is around there. And then I'm just going to trim the timeline to fit in. So you go to the end and just drag the bottom timeline to where your playhead marker is. So my clip's around 28, 29, 30 seconds long. I'm happy with that. Just click on File, and then I'm going to go down to Export, and I've got the options of Export to Media Coder or Add to Render Queue. I'm going to add this one to the render queue. So if you look where I've just highlighted there, you can change the output name. If you just click on that, this box comes up. Name the file whatever you want to name it. And wherever you're going to save it, somewhere easy to find, I'm going to save to my desktop. And then it's export. It's as easy as that. Those are the settings for the quality. I just generally leave them as they are and click on the render. Go get yourself a cup of coffee, a cup of tea or whatever, because this can take anywhere from a few minutes to a couple of hours to export depending on the speed of your machine. So when it's finished rendering, you can import it into your favourite editor, whether that's Final Cut Pro or Premiere Pro, add some music and export as a video file. You've then got it ready to go into any future projects that you create. So that's our banging YouTube video intro. Really simple to do. And although you do have to spend a little bit of money to create it, it's well worth it in the long run. You can use that template over and over again to create new and exciting intros. If you've enjoyed this video or found it useful, please smash that like button with a thumbs up. Really helps the channel out and I really appreciate it. Also, if you don't already, why don't you consider subscribing to the channel, hit that notification bell and you'll know when I upload new content, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video.